Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Cool FM live broadcast of Cochise County Sports. Tonight you got Paul on the call, and we have Cochise County basketball starting off first with the varsity girls basketball game between the St. David Tigers and the BISBEE Pumas. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on Cool FM Live. Technical difficulties trying to go live on this one, but we got it sorted out right before the game started just for everyone's viewing pleasure. Sorry, folks. Give me a second to get all of this adjusted, and we can get this one underway. The whistle and the tip-off is going to be won by the BISBEE Pumas. BISBEE on offense first. Now that one's going to be taken by sophomore Emma Hart. State champion as a freshman. She's going to take it all the way down and miss the layup. Rebound is going to come to Alyssa Lopez for the BISBEE Pumas. She's going to try to force that one inside to Isabella Solis. And BISBEE still has it. Half-court offense for BISBEE. There's Jasleen Hernandez, one of the two stars for the BISBEE Pumas. She's going to be rejected. Ball going back up court with the St. David Lady Tigers. And that one's going to be taken away as well. And BISBEE Pumas coming back up with it. So we are just about a minute in. No score in this one. Stars all around. We mentioned sophomore Emma Hart. Let's not lose sight of number 5, Emmeline Jaquez. For the St. David Tigers, Alyssa Lopez is going to shut me up with 3 points right away. 1 minute in the game, Alyssa Lopez, 1 of 1. We just broadcasted the Benson Holiday Classic, and Alyssa Lopez, the lone BISBEE Puma to make the all-tournament team, one of 6 girls to make that team. So we are ready to see what Alyssa Lopez can do in this one. This one's going to stay with the St. David Lady Tigers. Emma Hart. She's going to feed it all the way across to Paige Evans, who can't get that one to go. St. David Lady Tigers, of course, 1A state champions of last year. Just saw the ring. Coach Yogi had it on. Beautiful ring. I saw the ceremony. He didn't pay attention to the rings. What the heck is wrong with me? And because we got the late start, folks, I wasn't able to thank on the intro the people that make this broadcast possible, so I will be periodically reading them off throughout the game, as we always do. This one's going to be fed to the inside. Solis can't get to it. 3-2 your score line. 6:13 to play in the first quarter. We will be broadcasting the boys varsity basketball game after this. So stick around, folks. Those teams had met in the state Benson Holiday Classic state tournament. That pass on the inside is going to be stolen by Solis, and the BISBEE Pumas varsity boys team was able to take out the St. David Tigers. This one's going to be out on the Pumas and staying with the Tigers. So St. David Lady Tigers, again, 1 year removed from a state championship performance. They did lose 2 big names, and that's going to be Emma Hart. Can't get that to go. And Mela Trejo. Looks like we're going to have a foul. Mela Trejo and Anissa Jaquez. So there is no Trejo to replace Mela on this team, but there is a Jaquez, and that's Emmeline Jaquez. And talking to Coach Matt Brogan at the tournament, he said Emmeline is their superstar player this year. Still a very young team in St. David. The only senior starting is Gracie Crockett. Look for Regan Haney to get some work off of the bench, as well as Maya Denowith. But other than that, we just have a roster full of sophomores and junior Emmeline Jaquez. So the St. David Lady Tigers set up for success, not only for this year, but a year down the road. So thank you, everyone, for joining me on Cool FM Live. Don't forget to like the Cool FM Live Facebook page, the Cool FM Live Sports page, where the ALA of Sierra Vista game is getting broadcasted right now. And also smash the subscribe button to the YouTube page so we can do multiple streams at the same time on the same page. There's Paige Evans with a good steal, but can't get the turnaround jumper to go, and it looks like that is going to be Nicole Seha ripping the rebound away, but the St. David Tigers do corral it, and again out on St. David, so BISBEE will get this ball back. 5:35 to play. 4-3 your score in the first quarter. And there's the best name in high school sports, Katana Rogers. Inbounds the ball, and that one's going to be lost. It's going to be Emmeline Jaquez. The turnaround jumper, no good. And Seha one more time with the ball. She's going to take it all the way coast to coast, showing some great speed. She looks like she wants to finish. Gets it over to Lopez. Alyssa Lopez, three-pointer, and good. So 6 points for the Bisbee Pumas and 6 points for Alyssa Lopez. Don't be afraid to get in the chat, folks. Let me know where you're cheering from and who you're cheering for here tonight. This one's going to be up and just a little bit wide from Maya Denowith for the St. David Tigers. Couldn't help but notice Gracie Crocker for the St. David Tigers now with a jet black hairstyle look. That's going to be Emma Hart, corner three. That's going to be no good. Catano with the rebound. Seha's going to come up with this one. Again, Alyssa Lopez, all-tournament team at the Benson Holiday Classic. This one's going to be up and no good. Rebound going out to Denowith, and she's going to be fouled in the backcourt. So St. David will get possession of the ball. 6-4 your score. 4:43 to play in the first quarter. There's Coach Matt Brogan. I think it's Matt. So the principal is Brogan as well, and I forget which one's Matt all the time. That is Coach Matt Brogan for the St. David Lady Tigers. State champion, Matt Brogan. Evans with the ball. She's going to get over to Emma Hart. Another three ball. This one good from Emma Hart, giving St. David the 7-6 lead. There's that full court press from the St. David Tigers, forcing a little bit of trouble here from the Bisbee Pumas, and there's another turnover at half court. So the Bisbee Pumas doing a good job of beating the press, but unfortunately, after they do so, they throw that ball away. This one is going to be a deep three from Paige Evans, and that's going to be no good. That's going to be Alyssa Lopez bringing this one up. And don't worry, folks, I did ask if she's related to the Lopez family dynasty. The answer I got was no. Good pass to the inside. Yasleen Hernandez is going to have that one knocked away. It looked like it might have been Emma Hart underneath, who's everywhere right now for the St. David Lady Tigers. There's a good turner. Right back to Alyssa Lopez, who's going to be fouled, going to the line to shoot three. Emma Hart a little bit aggressive on the defense there for the St. David Tigers. So Alyssa Lopez now 6 points of the Bisbee Pumas, 6 points, looking to extend that for both of those entities. Again, I am able to read the comments, folks, so do not hesitate to jump into our Cool FM live chat. And these free throws are brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, SSVEC, serving our community. First one up and good for Alyssa Lopez. Second one up and good as well. I thought that was three. Turns out it was just a baseline jumper, so 2 free throws for Lopez. Makes the game 8-7. Up and good with both of them. Evans with the ball. She's going to swing this one over to Regan Haney. There's Emma Hart. Corner three again. That one's just a little bit off. It's going to be tapped out of bounds. Going back with the Pumas. Alyssa Lopez with it. Gets that over to Seha. I think it's Seha. It could be Seja. Who knows? And she did a great job getting the ball back, but one too many steps. Nicole Seha with the turnover. Don't hesitate to correct me in the chat, folks, for these pronunciations of the names. If you know better than me, I welcome it. Camber Jaquez coming on for the St. David Tigers, cousin to Emmeline Jaquez, I do believe. It's the story we got from Coach Yogi from the St. David Lady Tigers. Coach Yogi, of course, wearing all 3 of the state championship rings. And I would be hard-pressed to find a better one than the one they had with the St. David Tigers last year. That's going to be Paige Evans. Good job dribbling through. Elbow jumper is going to be just a little bit off. Long rebound is going to come out to Seha. Nicole Seha wants to go all the way. Good defense there. Forces her to dribble, get the pass back, but that's going to be stolen right back by Paige Evans. And she wants to take it all the way. The floater in the lane, up and good. 9-8 now, the score. St. David Lady Tigers on top with 2:47 to play in this first quarter. Alyssa Lopez over to Nicole Seha. A little bit of spacing issue there for the Pumas. And it doesn't cost him because Alyssa Lopez is there to grab everything, make everything better. The up and under, and she's going to go to the line for 2 more. So Alyssa Lopez, superstar for the Bisbee Pumas, has 8 of their 8 points so far in this ball game. Stat keeping is a lot easier when that's the stat, folks. I'd like to thank Synergy Home Care of Sierra Vista, providing non-medical home care for people that struggle with activities of daily living all throughout Cochise and Santa Cruz counties. Call them today at 520-685-1035. And these free throws are brought to you by the Ed Morse Automotive Group. They are dedicated to being a force in our community and giving you the best vehicle buying experience possible. So that 10 times fast. Drive it today and experience the difference at Ed Morse Automotive Group. So Alyssa Lopez misses her first free throw, 3 of 4 from the line, 9 points total. Only able to tie this one up. It's going to be Emmeline Jaquez, rather. Emmeline, part of the Jaquez family dynasty. Of course, we always talk about her big sister, Anissa. And it might be a lot of big shoes to fill on that one. Matt Brogan very happy with Emmeline Jaquez. No points in this game so far. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Yasleen Hernandez. A good job drawing the foul from Jaquez. One thing we've learned with these smaller towns, not like Sierra Vista is not a small town, but the one thing we've learned with these smaller towns is there's athletic family dynasties everywhere, such as Gracie Crockett, who has the ball. And that one's going to be stolen. Gracie Crockett, of course, her brother Dalton Crockett, both of them state champions, one in baseball, one in basketball. And it's going to be a timeout from head coach Courtney Borquez, also athletic director Courtney Borquez for the Bisbee Pumas. And we're going to have a 9-9 ball game with 2:14 to play in the first quarter. Nice high-paced quarter with a little bit of scoring. It's been pretty efficient from both teams. Once they get the ball up, it's a little bit better, but a lot of turnovers here. Surely that's what the coaches are talking about cleaning up right now. But that timeout does give me a chance to thank the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. They're proud to support our fabulous athletes across Cochise County. And whether you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate expert, Sherry Ethel, and her team at 717-599-2439. Also, thank you to Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963. And if you are in the St. David area, Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, I saw their building right there in Benton, Arizona. What is that street called? Not Ocotillo. Is it by Ocotillo? It doesn't matter. Here we go, 9-9, 2:14 to play in the first quarter. Bisbee Puma ball. Roseanne Moreno checks into the game for the Lady Pumas. First minutes of the game. And it also looks like number 4, Natalie Mendez, has checked into the game for the Pumas. That's going to be Yasleen Hernandez popping a 3, just too strong off the glass. Bank is always open, except on Sundays. Unfortunately, maybe it's a holiday because it wasn't open on this Monday. Ha 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 ha. Long-winded joke. Got it out. Good defense there from the Pumas, and they're going to actually force the turnover as Cameron Jaquez loses that one out underneath the basket. Moreno's going to inbounce this ball. Seha over to Lopez, and this is the danger. Pumas with the numbers advantage, but it looked like Gracie Crockett. Great defense from Gracie Crockett, tracking back and getting the ball. And I'll tell you, every time Gracie Crockett plays, she has a smile on her face. I don't know if that's a crazy smile or what, but it seems like the tighter the situation, the bigger the smile she has. Emma Hart's going to bring this one up for the St. David Lady Tigers. Freshman last year and hit a few big three-pointers in that state championship game. That's going to be Emmeline Jaquez, the running floater. That's going to be no good, and it's going to be Alyssa Lopez bringing the ball up court, and a frustration foul from Jaquez. 1:29 to play, 9-9 your score. And that slowed down a little bit since I said it was a very efficient first quarter. That's what we call a curse of an announcer, folks. Can you say I'm bringing the ball up court for the Bisbee Pumas? Got that one over to Mendez. And back to Seha. She wants to drive on the baseline. Good look, but that one's going to be rejected. It was either Paige Evans or Emmeline Jaquez. That's going to be Gracie Crockett all the way. She can't get that to go. Rebound comes out to Evans, who feeds it right back inside to Gracie Crockett, and again underneath the basket, can't get it to go. And we're going to have a foul called on the putback attempt. So Gracie Crockett going to the line for 2 free throws. That's going to be Rose Moreno with the foul for the Pumas. Still 99 with 1:02 to play in this first quarter. Thank you again for everyone for joining me on Cool FM Live. Sorry, there's the old page coming out. Don't forget to like the page. And these free throws are brought to you by the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. They have clinics in Hereford, Bisbee, and Douglas, providing the highest level of care. Connect with the doctor of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435. Bisbee passing the ball around. They get it over to Yasleen Hernandez with an elbow jumper. It was accurate, but it was also a little bit short. That's going to be a foul on the floor. Looks like it's going to be on St. David, number 3. That's going to be on Paige Evans. So 47 seconds to play in the first quarter. 3-3 your score here in Bisbee, Arizona, home of the Pumas. Host to our St. David and Bisbee Puma varsity basketball, and also JV. St. David JV boys won when I came in pretty handily. I think it was 44-27 the score. Did not see if there was a girls JV game before this. Bisbee, Yasleen Hernandez is going to have that knocked away on the inside, but it's going to fall right to Moreno. And a great turnaround bucket from Rosa Moreno gives the Bisbee Pumas the 2-point lead. 35 seconds. Remember, folks, no shot clock in 2A basketball as Emma Hart brings it up. That was Piper Merrill. She's going to drive on the inside. The floater in the lane, no good. Seha with the rebound, but there's going to be a fight, and that's going to be taken away by Gracie Crockett. Over to Emma Hart. Emma can't make it. It's going to be a loose ball, and it's going to stay with the St. David Tigers. 18 seconds to play in this first quarter. Emma Hart with the inbounds. Gets it underneath Gracie Crockett. Wide open look. Didn't even jump on that. Like she's done it her whole life, folks. 17 seconds, and the clock has not started. And it looks like that's what we're going to get a timeout for, maybe? Yeah, I think they are adjusting the clock. And that's what the stoppage of play was. Officials say put 9 seconds back on the clock, and that's where we're going. 9.86, not a bad job. Seha with the inbounds. Right back to her. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. The three-pointer up and short, but a great job from Melissa Lopez with the rebound, and she's going to draw the foul on Emma Hart. 11-11 your score. 3 seconds to play in this first quarter. These free throws brought to you by Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management. You can find them on Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. Veteran owned and operated to satisfaction, Mike's guarantee. First one up and no good, so Alyssa Lopez started out 3 for 3, is now 0 for 2. And now 0 for 3, so even 50% on her free throws. Moreno's going to get it, try to get it back up, and no dice, so we're going to go to the end of the first quarter. 11-11, your score line. All square here in Bisbee, Arizona, the land of dandies and dreamers. Stay tuned, folks. I might be getting my co-broadcaster here for the varsity boys basketball game. Depends on how busy it is over at Texas Roadhouse. And since Texas Roadhouse was a proud sponsor of our show, you guys made them really, really busy. So we do really appreciate that and showing love to the people that support us and make these broadcasts possible. Speaking of those people, I'd like to thank Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. They service all of Cochise County for all of your landscaping needs. Call them today at 520-456-8945 or visit them on Facebook. Thank you as well to Ginger's Titles of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door or visit gingerstitles.com. Thank you to the Sierra Vista Soap Company. You can find them at the mall at CSUN Creations or visit SierraVistaSoapCompany.com. And finally, thank you to Aloe Fiber, your new home in Sierra Vista, especially for TV, internet, and phone. Visit them today at allofiber.com and become a fiber fan. I always say, Allo Fiber, I hope you're ready for the infrastructure hit you're going to take on day one. I hope we're ready for that. I'm just saying. 11-11 your score. As we get back into the action, Isabella Solis is going to take the inbounds for the Bisbee Pumas, and there's just no respite for the Pumas. St. David plays a very aggressive defensive style, and it might catch him here. Seha in and gets her first 2 points of the game. 13-11, the Bisbee Pumas on top. That's going to be Paige Evans. She's going to be short off the front iron. And Seha going for the rebound. It's going to be a battle, and it's going to be a jump ball underneath Emma Hart and Nicole Seha. Tying up on that one. Possession arrow is going to stay with the Bisbee Pumas. Just 30 seconds gone here in the second quarter. Pumas opening up a 13-11 lead. Can't separate these two teams. Two very good programs. That's going to be Emma Hart. Three ball, no good on this one. The box out and the rebound from Yasleen Hernandez. That one's going to be stolen away by Paige Evans. Active hands defensively for the St. David Lady Tigers. Denowith thinks better of it. Gets it over to Emmeline Jaquez. Emmeline inside. What a pass to Gracie Crockett. Gracie Crockett follows her own rebound and ties the ball game up. 13-13. 7 minutes to go in the first half of play. Yasleen Hernandez is going to bring it up for the Bisbee Pumas. Gets that one knocked away, and it finds it all the way to Alyssa Lopez. One more bucket. She's got double-digit points. She's going to drive baseline. Alyssa Lopez going underneath. Ball's going to be knocked away and staying with the Bisbee Pumas. Seha will take the inbounds. It's going to go all the way back to Isabella Solis, and then right back to Nicole Seha. Seha using the screen, gets around, onto the elbow, decides to pick up the dribble, give back up to Alyssa Lopez. Gracie Crockett on Lopez, and Lopez is going to lose the ball. Paige Evans with another steal. Paige Evans bringing this one up court. That one's going to be stolen right back by Seha, falling to Lopez. I do believe Lopez gets credit for the steal. A good screen there by Solis. Gets Lopez open, cannot hit the three ball. Emma Hart with the rebound, and Emma Hart, super sophomore, going all the way. Elbow three-pointer off the backboard. No good. Good offensive rebound by Emma. Was it? No, it was Gracie Crockett. Okay, I saw the one. And this one's going to be thrown away. So a 15-13 ball game. St. David Lady Tigers on top of the Lady Pumas here with 6:11 to play in the first half. Inbounds to Paige Evans. Thought about it for a second. Now she wants to drive on the inside. Evans throws that one up. No good. Just outside the paint. Rebound to Katana. And Lopez with the ball, bringing it up court. That one's going to be thrown away. So a little bit sloppy here from both teams. A lot to clean up. One thing they have going for them is they are very good, especially in the paint, at finishing and putting buckets away. 15-13 your score with 5:55 to play in this second quarter. Emma Hart bringing the ball up for the St. David Lady Tigers. Gets this one over to Paige Evans. Back to Emma Hart, who's open for another three ball. She's only made one of those, and we're so used to Emma Hart being very efficient. Looks like we're going to get a travel there by Nicole Seha and staying with the St. David Tigers. Two evenly matched teams here in Bisbee, Arizona, going at it tonight. Of course, St. David, state champions of last year, have to replace probably one of the best female basketball player in the state last year. That's another great bucket from Gracie Crockett. She's starting to heat up, 17-13. So Anissa Jaquez, no more. Mela Trejo, their leader, their captain, their best ball handler, their second leading scorer, no more. And there's another turnover, but favor returned back by Jaquez. Pumas get away with that. 17-13. St. David on top. The Lady Pumas had to go through that last year, replacing Gabby Lopez, the single best women's basketball player I've ever seen with my own two eyes. That's what happens in high school and college athletics. You have to replace people. They're only there for 4 years max. What a What a great effort there from the Lady Pumas, getting all those offensive rebounds. It's going to fall to Katana Rogers, who puts it in. 5 minutes to play. Just a 2-point game here in Bisbee, Arizona, 17-15. St. David Lady Tigers on top, looking to extend it. Emmeline Hawkins is going to have that block. No, it's going to be a foul on Katana Rogers, who shakes her head after that one. That's going to be Emmeline Hawkins going to the line for 3. See how much time Emmeline puts in at practice on these free throws. First one up and in and out. Touched the back rim, touched the front rim, just didn't fall into the net. These free throws are brought to you by SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative. SSVEC, serving our community. Second one up and good from Emmeline. It's going to extend the lead to 3 points now for the St. David Lady Tigers. We have Regan Haney checking back in. Hawkes with the third one. That one's not going to make it. Solis with the rebound, but she's going to throw it away. Emmeline Hawkes had another chance, but couldn't get that one to go either. Alyssa Lopez bringing it up. Alyssa Lopez still stuck on 9 points. Same total she had in the first quarter, and now it's going to be 11. Alyssa Lopez makes it a 1-point deficit for the Pumas, 18-17. St. David still on top. 4:30 to play in this first half. Paige Evans going to have the ball on the elbow for the St. David Lady Tigers. Emma Hart finds herself open again. It looks like Bisbee is content to let her shoot that one. Sometimes when it's not on, it's not your day. Paige Evans with a great offensive rebound. Paige Evans puts that one in, extending the lead back to 3 points. Seha with the ball. She's going to get over to Katana. Throws it high off the backboard. No good. Hernandez with the rebound. Couldn't get that one to go. They're going to get it over to Seha. Back to Lopez. Lopez drives in the lane. Ball's going to be knocked away. Who touched it last is going to be the Bisbee Pumas. So St. David ball. 3-point lead. 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us on Cool FM Live. Don't forget to like the Cool FM Live Facebook page, the Cool FM Live sports page, and subscribe to the Cool FM YouTube page so we do broadcast strictly off of YouTube. As again, you might have guessed, we have 2 different pages running the same sport. And we'd like to avoid that at any time possible, please. Also, don't forget to get into our Allo Fiber chat. Let me know who you're cheering for and where you're cheering from. This timeout is brought to you by Synergy Home Care Sierra Vista, providing non-medical home care for people who struggle with activities of daily living all across Cochise and Santa Cruz County. Yes, that means St. David. Yes, that means Bisbee. Bisbee Senior Center, a big supporter of ours. Call them today at 520-685-1035. Timeout over. 20-17 after the timeout from head coach Matt Brogan of the St. David Tigers. St. David bringing this ball back up court. I don't see any changes on the floor for either team after that timeout. And it's going to be super sophomore Emma Hart bringing the ball up court for the St. David Lady Tigers. A little bit cold in terms of three-point shooting. She's going to pop another one. That one off the back iron. But Emma Hart, a great defensive player and also a great assister, and I'm sure that three-point shot's going to come back. Hopefully we see it in this game as Seha gets this over to Katana Rogers. Good drive on the inside. Too strong. Off of the glass. She's going to follow her own basket, and that's going to be a foul on St. David. Looked like a jump ball, and I think that's on Paige Evans, and that's what the sentiment is to the right of me and to the front of me. As you can see, a lot of St. David people right to the right of me. They say jump ball, but Paige Evans now has to go to the bench after that foul. Substitution on the court for the St. David Lady Tigers. Piper Merrill's coming back in. No doubt related to Cooper Merrill, probably a younger sister. There's athletic family dynasties everywhere. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Solis. So 3:32 to play in this first half. 20-17. St. David on top. Solis is going to take a seat, and that's going to be Rose Moreno coming back into the ballgame for the Bisbee Pumas. Alyssa Lopez leading scorer in this ballgame for the Bisbee Pumas with 11. 11 of the Bisbee 17. 20 points for the St. David Tigers. Oh, that would have been a great pass. Hawkes found some space on the inside, but excellent defense from the Bisbee Pumas to turn that one over. And here is Alyssa Lopez. She's going to drive. She's going to get a screen. She takes the elbow jumper up and off the back iron. No good. Rebound is going to be fought for and won by Hawkes, it looks like. Yeah, Emmeline Hawkes comes down with that one. 3 minutes to play, 20-17. Emma Hart with the ball. She's going to throw this one over to Merrill. Piper Merrill with it. Good crossover maneuver. She's going to work a little bit of an open look there. And this one's going to be taken away from Regan Haney, no doubt related to Senior Haney. Katana Rogers to Alyssa Lopez. Alyssa throws this one over to Moreno. Moreno, elbow jumper, no good, just outside the free throw line. It's going to be a long rebound fought for, and it's going to go back to the St. David Tigers as it falls out of bounds and last touched by the Pumas. Substitution on the court. We're going to see Camber Hawkes come back into the ball game. That substitution brought to you by the Ed Morse Automotive Group. Drive in today and experience the difference. Ed Morse Automotive Group, making your vehicle buying experience the best in Cochise County. Emma Hart gets this one over to Piper Merrill, who puts that one up. That's going to touch nothing, but a good rebound there by Hawkes. Emmeline Hawkes can't get the ball to go. That's going to be a rebound from Katana Rogers up to Nicole Seha. The ball's going to be knocked out of bounds and staying with the BISBEE Pumas. (20-17), 2:14 to play here in the first half. It's going to be Yasleen Hernandez finds an open shot. Those don't come easy for Yasleen. Just off the back iron, Alyssa Lopez on the inside. What a pass to Rosa Moreno. And now a 1-point deficit for the BISBEE Pumas. Emma Hart bringing the ball back up court every time the Pumas get within one. St. David hits a big bucket to extend that lead back to 3. Emmeline Hawkes gets it over to Emma Hart. A little too strong off the glass. Katana Rogers is going to follow the rebound. Over to Yasleen Hernandez, who gets it over to Seha to calm things down under 2 minutes to play in the first half. It's 20-19. BISBEE Pumas, Nicole Seha. Good give and go. That's going to be off the backboard. No good. It's going to be followed by Katana Rogers with the offensive rebound. But a great job by Camber Hawkes to steal the ball, and it winds up back with the BISBEE Pumas. This one's going to be thrown all the way back. Katana does save it. And it looks like she might have stepped on the end line. And there's going to be some confusion here as the official thought it was over and back. So I think this one's going to get sorted out and stay with the BISBEE Pumas. I thought he was going to call traveling or stepped on the end lane. Okay, so that's actually fortunate for the Pumas because Katana Rogers was in a double-team trap near half court. You saw, well, I don't know if you guys saw, but Courtney Borges, head coach of the Pumas, and also athletic director for the Pumas, was trying to get a timeout. That's a great pass from Seha into Katana, up and off the backboard. Katana Rogers gives the Pumas their first lead since early in this second quarter. 21-20, your score. Emma Hart brings it up for the St. David Tigers. She's going to pop that early three again, and it's just not there. As my co-broadcaster would point out, you got to stop popping them, just wait for it in rhythm. Get set up and let somebody pass it to you. So Emma Hart, not very efficient right now from three-point land, but she's getting the open looks, and we know, especially in the finals where I believe she went 2 for 2 in the state championship game, she is very efficient from three-point land regularly. We do have some substitutions coming in. Maya Denowith coming back into the ball game for the St. David Tigers for Camber Hawkes. Those substitutions are brought to you by Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963. Alyssa Lopez bobbing and weaving, driving, contact, nothing called. Gracie Crockett is going to come up with the rebound, and Gracie wants to go all the way. Gracie Crockett and the paint. Great defense there from Yasleen Hernandez. But St. David keeps the ball. It's Emmeline Hawkes, drop step, puts up the shot, and that's going to be a big foul. Huge collision. They're going to call that one on Katana Rogers. 38 seconds to play, 21-20. St. David a chance to retake the lead here in Bisbee, Arizona. These free throws are going to be brought to you by the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. They have physical therapy clinics in Hereford, Bisbee, and Douglas, and they're also responsible for getting me on the right track to my weight loss journey, 23 pounds down now, thanks to the Copper Queen Community Hospital. You can find them at 520-432-6435. Emmeline Hawkes up and just a little bit short with the first one. If you have commented, folks, and I haven't seen it, I do apologize. I do believe I have everything set up, and we just don't have any comments yet. 1 of 2 from Emmeline Hawkes. 37 seconds to play in the first half. We are all knotted up at 21-21. It's going to be Yasleen Hernandez bringing the ball up for the Bisbee Pumas. Yasleen going to get this one off to Alyssa Lopez. Looking for an outlet. Gets it inside. Seha. A good turn and lays it up off the glass. 23-21. If these ladies from both teams get inside the paint, expect them to make it. They've been settling for a lot of shots. I would like to see them be more aggressive on both ends of the floor. 23-21, 8 seconds. This one's going to be up from Denowith and no good. That's going to be Moreno with the rebound. 2 seconds, 1 second. It's going to go out of bounds with 0.5 seconds. One last chance for the St. David Lady Tigers to get the last shot of the half off. Gets it off, and Emma Hart almost made that. That was the closest three-pointer she had today. She did make one, and I expect Emma Hart to get a refocus in the second half and start knocking them down like she does. But that's going to do it for the first half of play, folks. 23-21 here in Bisbee, Arizona, the land of dandies and dreamers. Bisbee Pumas on top of the St. David Lady Tigers. And before we go into halftime, allow me to thank Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management. Veteran owned and operated with satisfaction Mike's Guarantee. You can find them on Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. Thank you as well to Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up, serving all of Cochise County for all of your landscaping needs. You can visit them on Facebook or call them at 520-456-8945. Thank you to Ginter's Titles of Sierra Vista. Driver's licenses, registrations, IDs, written and road tests also available. Located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door or go to gingerstitles.com. Thank you to the Sierra Vista Soap Company, locally homemade bath and body products. Ooh, the Bisbee Puma cheerleaders who just won a competition are going to give us a show. No doubt I will have to mute these microphones, but we can watch them, so that'll be good. So you could also visit the Sierra Vista Soap Company at sierravistasoapcompany.com. And finally, thank you to Allo Fiber, your new home for TV, phone, and internet service. Visit them today and at allofiber.com and become a fiber fan. So, folks, I'm just waiting for the copyrighted music to come in. I will mute this stream, and I will be letting you enjoy the Bisbee Puma cheerleader routine. Baby, is this the routine you guys won competition with? No, it's Festival of Lights. Okay, this will be their Festival of Lights routines. Sneak peek here, folks. The Bisbee Puma cheerleaders took home first place in the most recent competition they were at. With that, folks, I'm going to mute this stream, unfortunately, and be right back to broadcast the second half of the game. Welcome back, everybody. Again, we are rejoining action here. We do have a couple comments, but I don't know what they're about, so I'm not going to read them all. Just under a minute until we get play started again, 23-21. Your score here in Bisbee, Arizona. Pumas on top of the St. David Lady Tigers in our varsity girls basketball contest. I am Paul Quarter, broadcasting live with Cool FM Live. Don't forget to like the Facebook page. Also, like the Cool FM Live sports page. And, oh, there's a baby there. That's what Kiss the Baby means. And subscribe to the YouTube page where we can put all of our streaming problems to bed. Once you start streaming off YouTube, folks, we can get people to watch it. And quality is going to go up. I can only imagine. Big half in the first half from Alyssa Lopez for the Bisbee Pumas, leading scorer with double digits. Give me 1 second to make sure the mics are actually working. Oh, sure. There it is. Okay, cool. We have Teresa Casillas in the chat. Just says, go Pumas. That's what we like to see. We are just about, once we clear off all the basketballs off the court, we are ready to get this firecracker lit one more time and take the roof off this gymnasium. Looks like it's going to be a packed house for the boys. Varsity basketball game, as we see everyone already filling up and more people showing up here in the second half. Oh, let me go ahead and zoom in as the St. David Lady Tigers have the ball to start the second half of play, down 23-21. This one's going to be in the corner to Emmeline Hawkes. Emma Hart with it. She's got that range. Not to be lost. Oh, Teresa Casillas says, Cool FM rocks Arizona. Appreciate that. Teresa, that's going to be up and in. It looked like that might have been Gracie Crockett again. If that was, Gracie Crockett has to have had double-digit points in this ball game. We're going to have an infraction. Oh, no, we're going to have a loose shoe. Emma had all of halftime to figure that out. I'm sorry. Ball's going to be under the basket as we have a tie ball game here. 7:28 to play in the third quarter. 23-23. All knotted up here in Bisbee, Arizona. Thank you again, Teresa. You rock. Yasleen Hernandez is going to bring this up to Alyssa Lopez. That's a good give and go. Yasleen's going to have that rejected and be on looking for that offensive rebound. Unfortunately, stopped on the end line. I think it's end line, baseline, whatever. Out of bounds. 23-23, 7:19 to play in the third quarter. Emma Hart bringing the ball up court now for the St. David Lady Tigers. Don't forget these St. David Lady Tigers state champions last year. And I do know, folks, that we will not have the Prescott trip this year, as it's going to be even 1A through 4A is going to be home stadium until the semifinals. So that's unfortunate, because Dave and I did like those adventures to Prescott, Arizona. And I'll tell you, the Prescott Suns, whoever it is, great stadium. Sorry about that. Here we go. Back to the inside. Gracie Crockett wants to save that one, but it's going to be out of bounds, going back to the Bisbee Pumas. And so it's going to be a little bit trickier to broadcast the postseason games this year, as they're not going to all be in the same gymnasium, which, again, kind of unfortunate. That's good defense there from Paige. That is Paige Evans. Misses the layup, but good defense from the front. Emmeline Hawkes is going to miss that long three-pointer. And this one's going to come all the way out to Nicole Seha. Seha's going to be trapped by Emmeline Hawkes. Ball's going to be loose and going back to the St. David Tigers. Noticeably absent the scoring threats. And remember, 2 years ago, the Bisbee Pumas lost Gabby Lopez, who had 1,000 points as a junior, I can only assume. And then last year, the St. David Lady Tigers lost Anissa Hawkes. So Emma Hart's going to pop that three. No good. Rebound to Solis, who's going to lose control of it. Gracie Crockett now into Paige Evans. Back to Gracie Crockett. Deep two on the baseline. No good for Gracie. This one's going to be up and no good from Emmeline Hawkes. A lot of contact underneath. Nothing called. And it's going to be Natalie Mendez for the Bisbee Pumas all the way out in transition. Emma Hart's going to be called for the foul. The first one was good, but then she did kind of grab her arm. I could see that from here, and I'm not even a basketball person. Look at me go. Ball underneath for the Bisbee Pumas. 6:10 to play in the third quarter. Still tied up at 23. Looking for Yasleen Hernandez on the inside. That one's going to be knocked away. And that was Maya Denna with the tip, and they're going to say one ref is going to overrule the other one, and they're going to say that it was out. on Yasleen Hernandez. Teresa Casillas in the chat says Yasleen the Beast Hernandez. I remember that nickname. Paige Evans going to drive baseline after a good head fake. That one's going to be way too long. Could have been a pass to Emmeline Jaquez. Ball's going to be loose. Thought I heard a whistle. I did not. Gracie Crockett with it now. Gracie Crockett always places a smile on her face. No matter how tense the situation is, Emma Hart's going to dribble past and get her three-point shot off. No good with that one. Another offensive rebound for the St. David Lady Tigers. Ryan, stop sending me attachments. And that one's going to be rejected. Emmeline Jaquez going up, and Yasleen Hernandez, the Beast, had none of it. Emma Hart with the inbounds. Bounce pass to Gracie Crockett. Gracie Crockett, not always known for her scoring, but she is definitely putting the St. David Lady Tigers on her back in that department. Seha is going to bring the ball up. They have a 3-on-2 advantage. The Bisbee Pumas is going to be Mendez. Picks up her dribble, and that one's going to be taken by Emmeline Jaquez. No, Paige Evans, rather. Paige Evans running down the court in the paint and lays that up, and now we have a two-possession game, 27-23. First time we've had that in a long time. These teams have not been separated. Good defense and selling out. Emmeline Jaquez almost got the steal, but knocks that ball out of bounds. Teresa Caricilla says, I love it. Just like McDonald's, not a sponsor. Nicole Seha bringing the ball up. Nicole Seha, great ball handler for the Bisbee Pumas, and that one's going to be knocked at. No, she's just going to lose control of it. And this is going back up with the St. David Lady Tigers. So 27-23. St. David a chance to extend this to the biggest lead of the ball game. Right now, 4 is our biggest lead, and it is matched so far by the St. David Lady Tigers. There you see Keston Richardson in your camera, folks. He's getting ready for the boys' varsity basketball game. The boys' varsity basketball, Bisbee Pumas and St. David Tigers met in the Benson Holiday Classic, where the Bisbee Pumas were successful, came away with the win. We have a timeout on the floor in this game. I think that was by head coach Matt Brogan. So 4:39 to play in the third quarter, 27-23. St. David Lady Tigers on top here in the land of Dandy's Dreamers, Bisbee, Arizona. But that does give me an opportunity to thank Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, SSVEC, for serving our community. Thank you as well to Synergy Home Care Sierra Vista, providing non-medical home care to all of Cochise and Santa Cruz counties. Yes, that includes St. David. Yes, that includes Bisbee. They do accept private pay, folks, so if you have a loved one that needs a little bit of help with activities of daily living, give them a call at 520-685-1035. Pumas are going to inbound this ball. It's going to be Solis. Seha with the ball. And to Yasleen Hernandez, a good give and go. These 1-2s are working for the Pumas. They have to be able to finish them. The offensive rebound, they can't. And Paige Evans comes away with it for the St. David Lady Tigers, dribbling all the way up court. Gets it to the top of the key to Emmeline. That's going to be Emma Hart. Another three-pointer and another miss from Emma Hart. This one's going to go out to the Bisbee Pumas. Solis finds Mendez. Back to Solis. She's going to dribble it all the way up court. Don't normally see this from Isabella. But she takes it all the way to the paint, gets that one rejected. I think that was Camber Jaquez on the rejection for the St. David Tigers. And that one from Gracie Crockett again, up and good. Gracie Crockett now overtaking Alyssa Lopez as the leading scorer in this game. Good job there from Mendez to corral the pass, but then throws it away. That's going to be no substitution. Official thought there was a substitution coming in the court. There is not. 29-23, a 6-point lead for the St. David Tigers. They've started to open it up here in the third quarter. The defending champion state St. David Tigers. Emma Hart over to Gracie Crockett. Thinks better of it. Paige Evans. She's going to drive on the inside. Good defense there by Alyssa Lopez. And now a 2-on-1 situation for the Lady Pumas. Nicole Seha is going to have that one tipped from behind by Emma Hart. Great track back defense from Emma Hart. That was an easy 2 points for the Bisbee Pumas, if not for the super sophomore. Seha throwing this one up to Solis. Mendez with it. Inside to Yasleen Hernandez. That one's going to be poked away. Now there's going to be a fight for the ball. Yasleen, the beast, able to keep it. Solis on the inside, throws that one up off the backboard. No good. Follows her own shot. Rebound going to come out to Seha. Nicole Seha looking for anything. Mendez gets a little. Oh, I thought she got a little bit away with that travel, but no dice. And that's going to make Natalie Mendez the recipient of a little bit of a break here as Katana Rogers comes back on for the Bisbee Pumas. Teresa Casillas back in the chat says the Pumas need to slow it down. You're absolutely right. They're doing everything great. So their minds are racing of getting out of this full court press, and they've done a great job of it. But when they get in the half court offense, like you said, it looks like they're getting a little bit too frantic, and not like Emmeline Jaquez, who knocks down that three-pointer to give the St. David Lady Tigers a 9-point lead. We do have a foul on Paige Evans, so we're going to do this right back underneath the basket again. 32-23, your scoreline, a 9-point lead. Good pass all the way up to Katana Rogers, running in transition. Too strong off the backboard, but that's going to be a foul on Camber Jaquez. Katana Rogers going to the line to shoot two. Katana up and good with the first one. Nothing but net. 8-point lead now for the St. David Tigers. These free throws are brought to you by the Ed Morris Automotive Group. Driving today, experience the difference. Looking to make your vehicle buying experience the best it possibly can. This is going to be a missed second free throw, but we're going to have a foul on Gracie Crockett from the St. David Tigers. So Yasleen Hernandez going to the line now for the Bisbee Pumas. The Beast up and good with the first one. Nothing but net. So it cuts it down to a 7-point deficit now for the Lady Pumas. Up and high arcing shot. We're going to wave that one up. There's going to be a lane violation on Bisbee. So no matter what, that ball was coming back to the St. David Tigers. A 7-point lead now for the Tigers. 32-25. That's Emmeline Jaquez. She just made one, and that one's just off the side iron. No good, and it's going to come back to the Bisbee Pumas. 2:28 to play here in the third quarter. 32-25. Your score here in the land of Dandies and Dreamers, Bisbee, Arizona. Yasleen Hernandez with the ball. Throwing this one all the way up to Katana Rogers. Again, another great job of beating the trap by the Bisbee Pumas. This one's going to be over to Katana. She has Lopez. Katana, she's got an open shot, thinks better of it. Probably should have, an instance where you should have been a little more selfish. We're going to get a jump ball on the floor. Possession arrow staying with the Pumas. Teresa Casillas says rainbow. For sure. Looking for Katana. Emma Hart with a great defense. And we're going to have back-to-back jump balls, and possession arrow is going to give this to the St. David Lady Tigers. 2:04 to play. 32-25, your score. Hart to bring the ball up for the St. David Lady Tigers. That's over to Paige Evans. Zone look from the Bisbee Pumas, content to let that three ball go, and it does not go in again. Solis with the rebound. Yasleen shows. They have 8 seconds to get this ball across, and it looks like Yasleen is just going to do it. Yasleen Hernandez, good pass in the inside to Katana Rogers. Great defense from Emmeline Jaquez. Shuts that one down and draws the foul. Nope. I don't know. It's out of bounds, or it's a foul call here on Yasleen Hernandez, and it will be a foul call. So 1:35 to play. 7-point lead for the St. David Lady Tigers. Everyone's starting to pile into this stream. Don't forget, folks, right after this, we will be broadcasting the Varsity Pumas boys basketball against the varsity basketball team of the St. David Tigers. Gracie Crockett's got this one, throws it across court. Emmeline Jaquez with it now for the St. David Tigers. Over to Emma Hart. Emma needs to make one of these, and that one's going to be short. She just does not have it today. But guess who does? Gracie Crockett, offensive rebound, leading scorer in the game for the St. David Tigers and the Bisbee Pumas, actually, this entire game, is Gracie Crockett. Yasleen Hernandez is going to be called for a travel there. She did a good job corralling the ball, but need to dribble. And that's going to be a turnover, a 9-point lead again for the St. David Tigers, 1:09 to play in the third quarter. Teresa Casillas back in the chat says, the Beast. Don't be afraid to jump into our Cool FM Live chat, folks. Let us know where you're cheering from and who you're cheering for. Paige Evans is going to have this one on the baseline. Behind the three-point arc. Emma Hart at the free throw line now. Things better with that one. Emmeline Hawk is wide open for three. She's got a lot of time. She puts that one up, a case of being too open. Good follow there from Emma Hart. That's what we like to see. The three-pointer is not working. Get into the lane. Be aggressive. That one's going to be stolen by Emmeline Hawkes. Paige Evans throws that one up and in and out. That's going to be Emma Hart going up. That one's going to be swatted by Solis, and we have a fight on the ground. Jump ball. Paige Evans and Seha, Nicole Seha going after that one together. So the possession arrow goes back to the Bisbee Pumas. Solis over to Yasleen Hernandez. The ball's not going to be gathered. Paige Evans with the steal and Emma Hart with the finish. So a 13-point lead, 38-25. The St. David Lady Tigers have been in control of this third quarter, and that's the difference in the game. That's going to be a foul on the floor on Emma Hart for the St. David Lady Tigers. 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And we're going to see Piper Merrill come back in, and that's going to be for Emma Hart for the Lady Tigers. Just waiting for the officials to restart the broadcast. Solis is going to take the inbounds. That's over to Seha. Seha, great ball handler for the Bisbee Pumas, their primary ball handler. Yasleen Hernandez over to Solis. She's in the elbow. She's got a good look, good shot. Can't get it to go. Good track back defense. And it looked like that might have been Regan Haney. This one's going to be up by Alyssa Lopez, and that's going to be a foul. Lopez going to the line to shoot two. Two free throws now for Alyssa Lopez. These free throws are going to be brought to you by the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. If you're on the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate expert, Sherry Ethel and her team, at 717-599-2439. And this inadvertent referee whistle is brought to you by the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Physical therapy departments in Hereford, Bisbee, and Douglas provide the highest quality of care to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Call them today at 520-432-6435. And the conversation brought to you by Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management. And I'm looking. Okay, you can find them on Facebook at All Pro Pest Management, veteran-owned and operated with your satisfaction. Mike's guarantee. Alyssa Lopez now back to the line to shoot two. 13-point deficit to overcome for the Lady Pumas. Up and good with the first one. Lopez set and ready to go for her second. And good with that one. So that does cut the deficit down to 11. It's been all St. David in this third quarter. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Emmeline Hawkes has to get it off. She does. Off the backboard, but no good. So at the end of three, it is 38-27. St. David Lady Tigers on top of the Bisbee Lady Pumas. Here at Bisbee, Arizona, the land of dandies and dreamers. This intermission is brought to you by Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all of your landscaping needs at 520-456-8945. You can find them on Facebook. They service all of Cochise County. Thank you as well to Ginger's Titles of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door or visit gingerstitles.com. Thank you as well to the Sierra Vista Soap Company. You can find them at the mall at Sun Creations, or visit SierraVistaSoapCompany.com for all of your locally handmade bath and body products. And finally, thank you to Aloe Fiber. There's not much I have to say about Aloe Fiber, except everyone at Sierra Vista is going to switch over as soon as they go live. Aloe Fiber is your new home for TV, phone, and internet. Visit allofiber.com and experience or become a fiber fan. 7 seconds to go. 38-27. St. David Lady Tigers on top. And I'll tell you, St. David has not put out their best offensive showing that we know they are capable of. So it's good that they've got it done in other ways. And for the Lady Pumas, they've shown a lot getting by that dangerous full court press of the St. David Tigers. But as Teresa Casillas pointed out, they need to just calm down when they do get it in the attacking half. Offensive half, I guess you would say. Set and ready to go as the 8 minutes starts to count down here in the fourth quarter. Still an 11-point lead for the St. David Lady Tigers. They're going to throw this one over to Paige Evans. Evans trying to get that back into Grace Crockett. No good. Nicole Seha is going to try to run all the way. Puts it off the backboard. No good. Good defense there, specifically from Maya Denowith and then Emma Hart tracking back. We are going to have a foul on the Bisbee Pumas. Looks like that's going to be on Seha, so St. David will retain possession. 7:35 to play here in this ball game. Emmeline Jaquez with the ball now. Junior for the St. David Lady Tigers. She's going to be tracked down, and it's going to be Alyssa Lopez who made the steal, but the ball does touch the out-of-bounds marker, and it's going to retain possession for the St. David Lady Tigers. This one's going to be put up and no good by Emmeline Jaquez. So Emma Hart and Emmeline Jaquez, we're going to have a travel on Yasleen Hernandez there. The two leading scorers for the St. David Tigers haven't really got their footing in this game offensively, but that's all right. Gracie Crockett has had an amazing performance offensively. And, of course, those two, Jaquez and Hart, I would venture a guess to say and put money down that they lead the team in steals. And there's Gracie Crockett one more time, closing in on 20 points, 40-27 your score. And here's that full court press from the St. David Tigers, going to force a jump ball, and the possession arrow does stay with the Pumas. Seha's going to get this one up to Alyssa Lopez. Hasn't scored since the first half. Courtney Borquez was up looking to get a timeout, but a good job there from Lopez getting the ball out. Lopez, foot might have been on the line. Either way, the ball's off the back iron, and it's going to go to Evelyn Jaquez for the St. David Lady Tigers. She bounce passes this one to Gracie Crockett. Another great job of beating the trap. And that's going to be Gracie Crockett with the heat check kind of shot on the baseline. No good. We're going to have a foul underneath. And this is going to be on the Bisbee Pumas. Seha is going to be called for the foul. First one is going to be up and no good for Maya Denowith for the St. David Lady Tigers for his free throws. Brought to you by SSVEC, serving our community. And Synergy Home Care Sierra Vista, providing non-medical home care for people that struggle with activities of daily living all across Cochise County. Denowith, no good with the second one, doesn't touch nets. The ball's going to go out of bounds to the Bisbee Pumas. A 13-point deficit, 6:46 left to get back into this one for the Bisbee Pumas. That's going to be tough as the St. David Lady Tigers are still playing that full court press, which has caused a lot of havoc for the Bisbee Pumas, even if they don't get a turnover like they just did. Great defense from Gracie Crockett off the backboard, and now a 15-point St. David Tiger lead. Even if the Bisbee Pumas do beat the trap, they've been caught with the track back defense of the St. David Lady Tigers. And Solis has this one. Tried to feed that into Katana Rogers. A lot of bodies hitting the floor, and the ball will ultimately go to the St. David Lady Tigers. It's been all St. David in the second half. This is a 23-23 game at halftime, and now 42-27. St. David defense and offense starting to heat up. It's going to be Emma Hart. Can she pop it? There it is. There's one in rhythm from Emma Hart. They're going to call that one a two-pointer, 45-27 now. 17-point lead for the St. David Tigers as they force another turnover. Paige Evans is going to have the ball. She's going to get this one over to Denna with a high arcing shot. No good. Emma Hart's going to save it, and it proves to be a great one as Emmeline Jaquez puts the 2 points in. Now a 20-point lead for St. David. 5 minutes and 52 seconds to Seha goes all the way down, and a timeout from head coach Courtney Borquez as St. David has opened up a 20-point lead here against the Bisbee Pumas in Bisbee, Arizona. 5:49 to play. That might just do it, folks. All that are left are the handshakes in this one. A great first half of the St. David Lady Tigers pulling away in the second half of this ball game. And there are your Bisbee Puma cheerleaders. I always like to surprise them and see if they ever look. I know is the answer on that one. There we go. We got one. And there are your Lady Puma cheerleaders. I felt bad because we wanted to do a lot of stuff with football season and we couldn't find the time to do it. So anytime we get a chance to showcase cheerleaders, we definitely do it here, folks. And that timeout's going to be brought to you by the Ed Morse Automotive Group. Drive in today and experience the difference in your vehicle buying experience. Thank you as well to the Sherry EHTELL team at Long Realty. Your hometown realtor is proudly supporting our amazing athletes across Cochise County. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the Sherry EHTELL team at 717-592-2439, the real estate experts. Well, 47-27, 5:49 to play in the fourth quarter. Specifically in the last couple of minutes, the St. David Lady Tigers just opened up this game. It was 23-23 at the end of the first half. It was a tie ball game, and we had two evenly matched teams going at it. But the defense from the St. David Tigers has transitioned to offense expertly, especially here in the fourth quarter, and that's your difference in the ball game. It's going to be Seha. Solis, Isabella Solis, no, can't get it to go. Good box out from the beast. Yasleen Hernandez gets it over to Alyssa Lopez, who's going to be well short on that three-pointer. Evelyn Jaquez with the rebound, and Jaquez is going to dribble through. Just about every defender on the Bisbee Pumas puts one up in the paint. No good. Good rebound there from Yasleen Hernandez. And we're going to have a travel on Nicole Seha. Just couldn't get the ball down. 5:28 to play, 47-27. St. David still on top. Stick around, folks. This is not our last game of the night. We will be broadcasting the varsity boys basketball game between St. David and Bisbee. And there's Gracie Crockett. Has to have over 20 points in this game. We'll have to check the box score after that one. The leading scorer, Gracie Crockett, every time we come to do a game, she's always the forgotten player and somehow just always leads in some statistical categories and a lot of categories that you can't measure, like hustle. That's going to be a wide-open three-pointer look for Solis. Off the back iron and the backboard. No good. Seha over to Alyssa Lopez. You know she wants to spot one up. Gets a good pass to the inside, but that's going to be knocked away by Emmeline Jaquez. This defense for the St. David Lady Tigers is just very impressive so far here tonight. Paige Evans dribbles it up the court, gets it over to Denowith. That's going to be Emma Hart. She made one already in this fourth quarter off the iron. She thought it was good. Long rebound does fall to Emma Hart. She's going to get this over to Emmeline Jaquez. Emmeline will be fouled as she goes to the line. It's going to be on the floor, so the basket will not count. She will go to the line. No, she will not. We are not in the bonus. Gracie Crockett. Every time we did a basketball game or a baseball game for the Benson Bobcats, if we're Dalton or Gracie Crockett play, we'd always say Gracie's the better Crockett. That's just a term we got from Coach Yogi and Coach Montillo, actually. Baseline jumper from Paige Evans. No good on that one. I do believe Paige Evans is the outstanding pitcher for the St. David softball team. We covered a lot of sports, and I can't remember exactly the expertise of everyone. This one is going to be up and no good, but an offensive rebound. Solis is going to get the defensive rebound for the Lady Pumas, but this is another steal from Gracie Crockett. Tries to throw that inside, but that's going to be stolen right back by Yasleen Hernandez and Alyssa Lopez with 4 minutes to play, driving up the court. 22-point deficit for the Bisbee Pumas. Good job there. No, Gracie Crockett there for the steal again. Gracie up and in with the easy layup finish. 51-27. Your score here in Bisbee, Arizona. St. David Tigers, 3:45 and a running clock, mercy clock now on in this ball game. That timeout does give me a chance to thank Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963. And the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County with clinics in Bisbee, Hereford, and Douglas. They provide the highest quality of care to all patients. Call them today at 520-432-6435. Finally, thank you to Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management. You can find them on Facebook, veteran owned and operated with the satisfaction Mike's guarantee. Oh, forgot the cheerleaders again. I'm just messing up the rest. Bisbee Puma cheerleaders coming off a competition victory. I cannot remember where it was, but they won first place. It was all over Cool FM Live. Congratulations to the Puma cheerleaders. Had their first competition in years earlier in right before football season, I believe. And now winning competitions. Yasleen Hernandez with the ball at the free throw line. Good drop step into the paint, but great defense from Emma Hart. Jaquez is going to throw it up to Gracie Crockett off of her feet. Solis with the ball. Isabella Solis is trying to get it up to somebody. Katana Rogers is going to show Alyssa Lopez driving in the paint. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Alyssa Lopez as she throws her body into the defender. I mean, I play football, so that's clean to me. 3:18 to play, 51-27. 24-point lead for the St. David Lady Tigers. That one's going to be knocked away by Seha. One more time, I'd like to thank Ginger's Titles of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door. Visit gingerstitles.com for everything the DMV does, just a little more efficiently. I'd like to also thank the Sierra Vista Soap Company, locally handmade bath and body products. You can find them at Sun Creations at the mall or visit SierraVistaSoapCompany.com. So I was going to drive this one up. That's going to be Gracie Crockett with another steal. Gracie going all the way to the rack. Up and off the backboard. No good. And that is going to be out of bounds. Going back to the Pumas. A lot of contact underneath, but nothing will be called. And one last time, I would like to thank Aloe Fiber, brand new sponsor to Cool FM Live. Aloe Fiber is your new home for TV, phone, and internet. It's going to be a foul on Regan Haney. You can visit them at aloefiber.com and become a Fiber fan. St. David backed off the trap just a little bit. Alyssa Lopez with it. She wants to stop and pop a three ball. Off the front iron, no good. Katana Rogers coming down with the rebound. Nicole Seha with the ball now. Throws it into Katana. And that's going to be a foul on Gracie Crockett. 2:34 to play. Teresa Casillas in the chat says, FYI, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Teresa. Really do appreciate it. The amount of crap I catch on a daily basis, this makes it all worth it. That one comment, and I am not joking about that. Solis is going to have the ball. She's going to throw this one away. It's going to be Emma Hart driving all the way up. Off the backboard, no good, but that's going to be a foul on Katana Rogers. She shows her surprise over that call. See the grandstand right across from us starting to fill up. I see a lot of familiar faces here in Bisbee, Arizona. First one up and good for Emma Hart. Up and good with the second one, so Emma Hart now a 26-point lead for the St. David Tigers. We're having a substitution in the game as we're going to get some rotational players in for the St. David Tigers. Caitlin Patton getting her first minutes of the ball game. Piper Merrill back in. I didn't even notice for the St. David Tigers. Camber Jaquez back in. We're going to have a foul on the St. David Lady Tigers. Allison Spencer for the St. David Lady Tigers getting her first minutes of the game. Alyssa Lopez with it. Over to Katana. Yasleen Hernandez, the beast. On the inside, great pass. Finds Solis, Isabella Solis. Looking for an opening. Anyone looking for an opening. As we do see the varsity boys, St. David Tigers, walking into the gym. Yasleen Hernandez, the floater in the lane. The nice runner. Up and good from Yasleen. Under 2 minutes to play. 53-29. We have a stoppage in play right now. As again, point the camera over now to our St. David boys varsity basketball team. Rebuilding year last year. I talked to head coach Tyler Denowith. And I do believe they were out without Gannon Carafa, who, for all intents and purposes, is probably their best player. Especially because he's like 6'4", 6'5". They do have a couple towers in there. It's going to be a challenge. And, of course, they're going to be going up against Sebastian Lopez of the BISBEE Pumas. Everybody that watches Cool FM Live Sports knows all about Sebastian Lopez. 2 points away from 1,000 points. And that's a good shot from Alyssa Lopez. Unfortunately, a little too late for the BISBEE Pumas. Now, I was keeping this one a secret. I talked to Adrian Borquez, husband of Athletic Director Courtney Borquez. If the BISBEE Lady Pumas were to win this one, that would have been Courtney's 100th win for the Lady Pumas. That's a good follow from Alyssa Lopez. Can't get it to go. Katana Rogers on the inside, up and fouled. Unfortunately today, it was just not to be. Of course, the St. David Lady Tigers, defending state champions in girls basketball. So you understand the challenge it is to get a win against these girls. And I did talk to head coach Matt Brogan, who was helping out the boys in the Benson Holiday Classic. And he said nothing to worry about. The record is what the record is, but they've been playing a lot of up competition. As you see, the good small 1A, 2A schools do. They always jump up to 3A, 4A schools. And so that's why the record is what it is. And now they're going to go back to region play. They're going to play the Cochise County teams. And we expect that record to level out, if not explode, into a few more wins for the St. David Lady Tigers. 1:23 to play, 53-32. Your score in Bisbee, Arizona. Teresa Casillas back in the chat says, the Beast! Ball's going to be knocked away, going back with the St. David Lady Tigers. 1:22 to play, still a 21-point game. This was 23-23. Of course, we can see Sebastian Lopez waiting in the doorway, looking menacing as ever. This was 23-23 at halftime. And the St. David Lady Tigers flipped the switch, just turned it into a 53-32 lead here in Bisbee, Arizona. This one's going to be thrown up. Alyssa Lopez with a great steal, but she did step on the end line. The ball will stay with the St. David Lady Tigers. 53-32, 1:20 to play. And again, for the St. David Lady Tigers, starting to see some rotational players. Regan Haney for the St. David Tigers. Going to lose out on that one, but a good track back defense from Haney and a number 2 Piper Merrill. Allison Spencer with the ball. This one's going to be knocked away. I didn't even see that the Bisbee Pumas substituted. Number 5 in the ball game. Oh, man, this is going to be hard. I can do it. Eliana Vasquez Miranda wasn't that hard. And the ball game for the Bisbee Pumas. Just under a minute to play. Alyssa Lopez is going to come away with this one. Alyssa Lopez, all Benson Holiday Classic tournament team. That one's going to be up and, close, but no good there from Miranda. And we're going to have a jump ball. Referees looking at each other, not happy that nobody called it, but here we go. 42 seconds to play, and again, folks, the St. David and Bisbee Pumas varsity boys basketball game immediately follows this, where I have been told, not recently, but Dave Davies, my co-broadcaster, will be here. And stay tuned for the Paul and Dave show, as he likes to call it. Of course, that just depends on how busy it is over at Texas Roadhouse. Full court press from the Bisbee Pumas, and it's going to force the turnover. I believe Pumas are getting this ball underneath. And they are. Isabella Solis is going to take the inbounds pass. Rick Taylor in our chat says, watching from Ames, Iowa. Ames, home of Iowa State, I do believe. Or the University of Iowa. I honestly don't know. I knew more when Missouri was in the Big 12. Rick, who are you cheering for, brother? Let us know in the chat. Good job beating the press there from the St. David Lady Tigers. And ball's going to be knocked out with just under 20 seconds to play. I think Ames, Iowa. Iowa City? Teresa Casillas in the chat says Roadhouse. We're not going to say them a lot. they wanted to sponsor football only. I mean, they did a great job, and I think everyone that watches our show, they got a lot of free fried pickles and potato skins is what I heard. So thank you, everyone, for showing your support to Texas Roadhouse and taking advantage of that offer we gave to you. I know that I saw a lot of the kids that I follow from athletic teams all across the state. They went in a lot. Most notably last, I saw the Wilcox Cowboys. I think it was Christian Teeter. His family was there. And that last bucket's going to do it. So a 27-point victory as Paul can't math. A 17-point victory. Oh, I'm losing my mind, folks. 17-point victory for the St. David Lady Tigers, 53-36 here in Bisbee, Arizona. Stay tuned. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on Cool FM Live. Stay tuned as you see the St. David Varsity boys basketball getting ready to go. Again, 53-36. We will be out momentarily and right back with the boys basketball game. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on Cool FM Live. For Paul Quarter and everyone that usually broadcasts with me, we will see you in just a few moments.